What's going on, you guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install your front camber bolts, because as you guys know, when I installed the coilovers, I never had the front camber bolts, but I did have the rear camber arms. So it's time to install the camber bolts. Alright guys, you're going to want to jack up your car and put it on jack stands. Once you put it on jack stands, you want to take off your wheels, and that should expose under the wheel well, and you should be able to work under there. Alright you guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to loosen the bottom bolt by loosening the nut. And you're going to want to take off the top bolt. Alright guys, so to loosen the bottom nut, you're going to want to use a 7/8 socket with a breaker bar. And to hold the other side, you're going to want to use a 22mm wrench. So you're going to put the wrench on this side. And you're going to put the breaker bar on the other side. Turn it till the bolt's loose until you loosen the nut. So as you can tell right there, the nut has been loosened and the bolt is loose. You should be able to move the bolt freely side to side, but you shouldn't be able to take it out. So that's how you're going to leave that one. So in the top one, you're going to want to loosen the nut and take off the whole entire bolt, because you're going to be replacing that bolt for the camber bolt. So there's the nut for the top bolt. And now you want to take off the bolt. Alright, so once you've taken off this bolt, you're going to want to get your camber bolt. And as you can see, it has this triangle here. And the triangle is going to be pointing inwards. And this washer, if you want negative camber, you're going to want to put this piece with the arrow facing that way. So this is going to be looking like this. It should look like that. Like that. So that's how you're going to want to put in your camber bolt. So you're going to want to loosen this nut. And you're going to want to put your camber bolt in. And remember, to get negative camber, you're going to have to match up that triangle with this inwards. So you put your camber bolt in. So as you can tell, I put the bolt in already. The bolt's in. I just haven't put the nut yet. But as you want to see right here, the triangle is facing inwards, and this piece of washer is going inwards too. And that's how you want to have if you want to go with negative camber. So now you're going to want to put the nut on the other side. And that's as far as it's going to go, tighten by hand. So what you're going to want to do is you want to get a 22mm wrench. And you're going to tighten it on this side, while you have 18mm wrench, and you're going to hold this side. So you got to make sure the triangle doesn't move and the washer doesn't move. You got to make sure it stays both on that side. So I'm just going to hold this one in place while I tighten it with this one. So as you can tell, the nut is already tightened all the way, and the triangle, the tip of the triangle is still pointing that way, and the washer thing is still pointing that way. So that means I have negative camber. Now once you tighten the top bolt first, you're going to want to tighten back the bottom bolt. So once you finish tightening the bottom nut with the bolt, you should be done already. So that means this one, you tighten this one first, then you tighten this one, and you should be done. Also, don't forget that the tip of the triangle is going to be pointing inwards towards the inside of the car, and this washer piece is going to be pointing inside of the car as well. That's if you want negative camber. So the only reason I'm going with negative camber for right now is because the outer wall is wearing out because it's rubbing against the fender. So that's the only reason why I'm going with negative camber right now. I'm going to be taking it to the alignment shop probably on Monday to get it fixed and get it aligned properly. Alright guys, so once you finish putting your camber bolt on the driver's side of the car, you're going to want to do the same steps but on the passenger side of the car. So once you finish putting everything back together and the bolts are tightened and everything with camber, with negative camber or positive camber, whichever you guys choose, you're going to want to put your wheels back on and take it to the alignment shop. I'm not going to take it to the alignment shop until Monday. Today is Friday. I'll probably upload this Saturday, and I'm going to go to the alignment shop on Monday. So once I go on Monday, I'm not going to be running as much negative camber as I'll probably run right now. I'll probably get it fixed, but I'll probably run a little bit of camber, just decent enough so where the fender doesn't rub with the tire. So that's pretty much it. You're going to put your wheels back on, and yeah. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any questions. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.